Hello, beautiful yogis. Ashley here, and welcome to day 64 of the 75 Hard Yoga Challenge. All right, so today's practice is all about building strength for arm balances. Now, one thing that seems to surprise a lot of people is that arm balances aren't really just about arm strength. In fact, a lot of the time, what's actually holding people back isn't their arms at all. It's more core strength, shoulder stability, compression, mobility, and really learning how to shift your weight and trust yourself in positions that may feel a little unfamiliar or even scary at first. So rather than spending the next 45 minutes just kind of throwing ourselves at crow pose over and over again, we're actually going to work on the things that actually make arm balances feel stronger, lighter, and way more accessible over time. So we're going to build strength through the shoulders and core and really work on stability and explore some of the mechanics that show up in a lot of these shapes. And if your feet happen to leave the floor today, amazing. But if they don't, that's perfectly fine too, because the goal of today's class isn't nailing arm balances, it's building the strength that gets you there over time. All right, yogis, go ahead and grab any props that you'd like to have nearby, and let's get into it. All right, yogis, let's go ahead and get started. Find your comfortable seat. Bring your hands to your knees. Let your palms face down. Shoulders come up, back, and down. Chin is tucked. Eyes are closed. Spine is long. Lifting out of the pelvic bowl. Just take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. Allow yourself to settle into your space. And let's just take about 2-3 breaths or so, just observing the breath as it is. Now, we're not trying to alter the breath in any way. We're just simply observing it and noticing what the breath is all on its own. And then now let's begin to add a little control and intention to the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Finding your ujjayi breath. Allow the breath to scrape the back of the throat even on your inhale. And notice what happens when you focus on the sound and sensation of that breath. Notice what happens to your body, your energy, your mind. It's almost as if it really brings you back into center, grounding you into this moment. Let's take a few more ujjayi breaths. And now from that place of awareness, let's go ahead and set the intention for our practice. Bring your hands into your heart center. So what has brought you to your mat, and what are you hoping to cultivate in this time that we have together? Making your practice intentional, purposeful. And once you've set your intention for your practice, go ahead and send the energy down, grounding into the earth. Send it all the way up to the universe for manifestation and creation. Palms touch, hands heart center. Gently open up the eyes. All right, let's go ahead and get right into some wrist warm-ups. So we're going to roll on over those shins, finding that tabletop position here. And before we really start to bear a whole lot of weight, let's just start to stretch out those wrists. So just shifting the weight forward and shift the weight back. You can curl your toes under, resting back into your heels. You can also stretch out the toes while you're at it. Lean forward just a little. Avoid from dumping all the weight into the wrist, but rather lifting out, pushing the floor away, putting a lot of that weight into the shoulders and upper back. We're also stretching out the shoulders. All right, let's take one more. And exhale, come back. All right, go ahead and take your palms, fingers point away. So palms are the inner part of your wrist, face in, fingers away from the body, and then just shifting forward and back. Now, if you notice that if your hands are a little too far apart or a little too close, you can always kind of play around with the distance between them and see what feels better for you for your stretch. I find for me, I really like them stacked under the shoulders, and that's typically ideal. Keep lifting the belly button towards the spine. No slouching into the shoulders here. And just be very present and aware of the sensations in the body. Perfect. And then now turn those fingers in towards each other. Same for our side to side rock. Warming up the wrist. Breathe. Present in the sensations. Perfect. And exhale. Come back into center. Now we're going to do this next one either one hand at a time or both. Fingertips point in towards the body. You can slightly start to bend that elbow. Now we don't want to put all the weight in the hand here. You can even walk it back, settle onto your heels. That way you resist the urge of putting weight into the wrist. Since this is such a vulnerable stretch, we don't want that extra added weight there. And again, you can either do the one hand at a time or both together. If you're doing one hand at a time, just make sure that you split that time up evenly. So count a few breaths. And then lift the wrist and then set them back down. All right, so again, all the weight is back and towards those toes. We're gonna bend those elbows straight back and then straighten the arm all together. That elbow crease is pointing forward, so we don't want that rotation in, we want that rotation out. And then again, we're gonna bend. If you have the space, if you're already feeling a good stretch, no need to bend it. If you don't, then you can bend a little bit, letting the heel of the hand come up and then straighten. Let's do that one more time. And straighten. Wonderful job. Release the toes, peel the fingers up off the mat, and then just slow open close. So that way we can release the tension in the wrist before we move on to the next one. Perfect. All right. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders. So we're in that tabletop, knees are underneath the hips. Let's go ahead and actually walk the hands back just a little bit. We're going to lift the heel of the hand up and then set it down. And lift and set it down. Keep protracting through the shoulders, set it down. You can walk it a little bit forward if that feels better on your core. It will work your core muscles though. Lift and drop it down. Push, drop it down. Push. No slouching in the shoulders. We don't want to fall in between those shoulder blades. We're really intentional here. Lift and down. You should start to feel that wrist start to warm up a little bit, that forearm. We're bringing blood flow. And let's do two more. One and one more. And two. Perfect job. Go ahead and settle back into the heels. Come out. Gentle shake. And then just slow open close. All right, inhale, lift. Exhale, right hand comes down, shift the hips to the left, reach that left fingertip, those left fingertips up and out. So really elongating through that side body, through the fingertips. Inhale, and on your exhale, just dance it right on over to the other side. Start to shift those hips. Really reaching through the fingertips here. Side body stretch, gaze to the palm. Inhale, come right back into center. Exhale, cactus, all heart opener here. Inhale, and on your exhale, if the hands will go, place them down. Open up the heart, lift. If this is too much, just find a seated position. Keep opening up through the front of the chest. And then exhale, peel the fingers, rise it on up. Inhale and exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus. Hold cactus. Inhale, squeeze forearm together. Keep pushing those elbows towards each other. Feel the chest starting to engage. Lift. Keep that contact. Inhale and exhale, cactus. Inhale and exhale, open up the heart. We're going to do that again. Peel the fingers. Inhale, lift those arms. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, lift. Feel the chest. Inhale, open, cactus. Exhale, hands down. Again, if this is too much in that hero pose on those shins, always just you can just find a comfortable seated position if that works better for you. Go ahead and peel those fingers, rise it up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Gaze to the palms. And open, cactus. Fingertips, lift. Perfect. All right, peel those fingers, rise it on up. Exhale, find your tabletop once again. All right, let's take 5 cat-cows here. Push the floor away and peel that heart through. And push and peel. Push, peel, and push. And peel. Perfect job. Go ahead and find that tabletop. We're going to push the floor away and doing some protraction, retraction of the shoulder from this tabletop. So we're already warming up the shoulders a little bit more, giving the wrists a little bit of work. We're going to just settle the torso down between the shoulder blades and then push it away. That's 1. Settle in. And 2, we're not bending the elbows. Shoulder blades are coming together. Push for 3 and settle. Push for 4, settle, push for 5. All right, we're gonna hold that floor, pushing that floor away, walk it back. Maybe you take 1 foot back or both, finding plank. We're gonna take that protraction, retraction from plank pose. All right, so leaning forward, see if you can settle in and push it away. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the secret. Right here, 5 to your arm balances and your inversions. Go ahead and drop those knees, walk those hands back underneath those shoulders, knees underneath the hip, or walk the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, curl the toes. We're gonna find that tabletop hover push the floor away. Either stay here if this feels good, or we're going to try and take shoulder taps. If you have to, step your feet out a little bit wider and then see if you can tap the shoulder. 1, 2, imagine you have a glass on your lower back of water. Try not to spill it. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. On your exhale, drop it down. Leaning into that left side, pick up that right leg. Lean back into that right hand, pick up your left arm, thumb up. We're gonna take 3 of those knee to elbow taps. Crunch 1. Extend and tap 2. Extend, tap 3. Extend. Left hand out to the side. Foot out to the right side. Hold it. Feel your core really kick on. And come back into center. Inhale. Exhale 1 more time. Actually, 2 more times. Hold. Point the toe. Come back. Last time. And back to center. Come back down. Push the floor away. Curl the toes. Hold in that hover. 1, 2, and 3. Drop it down, shifting over into the right side. Pick up the left leg. Keep the hips square. Open up that right arm. Thumb up. Weight is distributing evenly between the hand and knee. And on your exhale, tap 1 and 2, 3. Extend elbow or arm out to the side, leg out to the side. Opposite, feel that core really working. Come back to center. 1, out to the side. Really pick up that leg. And 2, feel what happens to that core the more you extend and lift. You should feel it everywhere in that core. Come back into center. Place the hand down, knee down, push the floor away. 1 cat-cow, peel heart through. And back into neutral, curl those toes under, push the floor away, rise it on up, find your very first downward dog. Wonderful job. Let's take 1 more breath here. All right, inhale, pick up that right leg nice and high. On that exhale, bring that knee deep into the chest. Maybe touch that nose and come through. Send it back. And come back through. This time tap the right elbow with the right knee. Send it back. All right, now this time we're going to bring it across, opposite knee and elbow, maybe tap. Send it back. And then now see if you can tap that tricep really high, maybe towards the shoulder, and send it back. Wonderful job. Come through to down dog. Inhale, and on your exhale, come through to plank. Drop your knees. Lean forward, chaturanga modified. Little baby cobra. Exhale back down. Curl the toes. Push up, push back, child's pose. Perfect job. All right, no break just yet. Come through, lean forward. Picking up that right leg, lean forward. You can curl the back toe if that feels better on your knee. Elbow straight back, little push up here. Push back, stretch into your calf. 1, and do 3 of these. Lean forward. 2, and 3. Send it back. Inhale, pick it up, send it over to the left side. Look over left shoulder, stretch. Inhale, pick it up, send that leg over to the right side and push into the outer edge of the foot. Feel the inner thigh stretch. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, bring it back to meet. All right, switching those sides. Let's go ahead and curl the toes. Find your downward dog. Inhale, pick up the left leg nice and high. Exhale, knee to nose tap. Come through to center and send it back. Inhale. Exhale, same side, knee to elbow tap. Send it back, 3-legged dog. Inhale, opposite elbow to knee. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Inhale and exhale, maybe tap a little higher towards the shoulder or tricep. And send it back. Awesome job. Come back down. Inhale, come through. Exhale, drop the knees. Elbows straight back. Modified chaturanga lower. Little baby cobra or up dog. Take it down. Push up. Child's pose. We're not quite ready for our break just yet. Inhale and exhale, come into tabletop. Go ahead and pick up that left leg nice and high. Keep the hips square, point the toe. Lean forward. Weight shifts in towards that chest. Feel the fingertips start to kick in. Elbows straight back, lower. Maybe your chin touches. Come back up, stretch into the calf. Now, you don't have to go this far. When you lean forward, maybe you get a little bend. I want you to feel a nice contraction in the chest on your way down and on your way up. Push back. We got one more. Lean forward and push it back. Inhale, pick it up, send it over to the right. Look over right shoulder, stretch. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, send it to the left. Really push to the outer edge of that foot. Settle back, feel the inner thigh stretch. Inhale, go ahead and pick it on up. Exhale, bring it to meet. Push the floor away. Round through the back, tuck the tail, let the shins hover. Inhale and then exhale, send it back, belly rest to the thighs, and straighten the legs. Downward dog. Wonderful job. Inhale, look towards the hands. On your exhale, walk those feet forward. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend those knees. Utkatasana chair. Inhale, and on your exhale, little mini back bend, hands heart center. Release it, Samasthiti. All right, let's go ahead and bring those hands to the hips. We're going to take those feet out nice and wide. Settling down into our yogi squat. So hinging at the hips, the heels can come in, toes out. And exhale, settle on down. Starting to open up through the hips. We're not quite ready yet for our arm balance, but we're going to prepare with frog pose. So this one is to start to get us oriented for that forward lean. Now you may stay here when we start working on crow. This might be your crow for the day, and that's okay. So just remember this frog pose. Place your hands forward. Really tuck under. See if you can get those elbows into your thighs. If your elbows are out too wide, then it's not going to go. If you need help on this, just let me know. Place your hands down. Go ahead and lift the hips, squeeze the knees in towards the shoulders. Elbows straight underneath the shoulder, or elbows underneath the shoulders, and then maybe as you lean forward, you catch a shelf or just pick one toe up at a time. All right, settle down. We're going to do those rocks one more time, actually 2 more times. Elbows in, come up onto the tippy toes, squeeze, tuck the tail, lift through your core, lean forward, maybe a toe or 2, and come back down. We're going to try that one more time. Place the hands forward, pick it up, lean forward. Again, toes can stay down. If you don't find the float, then don't try to kick up. All right, we're not trying to kick up. Perfect. We're trying to lean so far forward that the feet float on their own. All right, placing the hands forward, straighten the legs, ragdoll, pull down. When we're working on those leans, again, we want to make sure that we're leaning so far forward. We're using the muscles in our chest, just like we did in those push-up like position, like the chaturanga push-ups that we were doing on the one knee. You want to lean so far forward you feel the chest engage. If you're having a kick up, then you're not leaning forward enough, so just find that float. All right, on your exhale, release the arms down, find your flat back. Inhale and exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, left foot steps, right foot follows. Chaturanga, so lean forward, slow lower down. Upward dog. Downward dog. All right, let's move into dolphin pose. Now you can go ahead and set those knees down and set up into your dolphin pose from here. Or if you would like to work through that shoulder strength, lean back, roll those elbows in towards each other, or towards the front, push back, settle down. Coming right into dolphin pose. Perfect. Push the floor away, protracting the shoulders. Now you can always be here if this is easier for you. A full-on dolphin is too hard. Just find your version. No slouching into the shoulders. Neck is long. Shoulders are far away from the ears. All right, now dolphin push-ups. Just lean forward and then push. We're letting the shoulders protract and pushing the floor away. Protract. Push, protract, push. So we're letting the shoulder blades melt down the spine or melt down the rib cage, and then we push it away. One more time. Push, inhale, and then exhale, walk it on back, find forearm plank. Inhale, go ahead and drop the knees, Sphinx pose, open it up or take seal. And then release it, drop it down. We're going to move into that one more time. Take your hands to the outside of the chest, roll the shoulders back, tuck the tail. Push up, push back, and come on up. Go ahead and set it on up for your dolphin pose. Pick up those hips, walk it through. We're going to take that protraction and retraction. Those dolphin push-ups. Those shoulders down the back. Push the floor away. It's a slight lean forward. Push the floor away. And push. Push. 4. And push. Hold it. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk it back. This is going to make your arm balances so much more trustworthy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't drop it down yet. Let's take a side plank before we finish off this little series here. Hold it. Again, you can always drop that bottom leg down. You can stack those feet or stagger them. And exhale, switch those sides. Side plank on the forearm. And can come to your side. Really play with it wherever you want the hands to be. Lift those hips high. Feel those side abs really working. And come back. Forearm plank. Hold it. And drop it down. Sphinx pose. Peel the heart. Breathe. Seal pose and come back down. Whew, perfect. All right, go ahead and tee out those arms. Let's take that scorpion stretch. Left hand to the outside of the chest and bring that left toe to dip behind you. And exhale, we switch those sides. Stretch out that chest a little bit here. And come back into center, hands to the outside of the chest, roll the shoulders back, push up, push back. And come on up. Downward dog. All right, now we're gonna gaze between those hands, come up into chair. So let's come up into yogi squat. So gaze between those hands, step walk or jump feet wide. Right into that yogi squat. Open up the chest, open up the hips, peel that heart through. Inhale, and on your exhale, reach that left arm out. Open up for a little twisted malasana. You can bind it if you want. Exhale, open it up, twist to the other side. Inhale, coming back into center. On your exhale, plant your hands. And now we're going to stand up. Now, if you want to stick with frog, if you found that was super challenging, that's where you're going to stay. We're going to start moving into crow prep. So if you want to stay in frog, then you can just keep your feet wide. Otherwise, we're going to bring those feet together. Let's take that halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Slight bend in the knees, roll it to the top. Bring those feet together on your way up. Inhale and exhale, Samasthiti. Hinge at those hips, fingertips graze the floor. Find your Utkatasana chair. Inhale, and then on your exhale, we're going to come through. We're setting up for crow pose. If you want to and stay on your mat, you can always walk your feet back just a little bit, planting the hands far forward. It's a bit of a stretch there. Inhale, and then exhale, come up onto your toes. I find it easier when the feet are together, knees come out wide. See if you can get those knees into the armpits, okay? And then you want to keep that connection as you lean forward, elbows start to bend. And then keep leaning until maybe 1 foot or 2 come up. Either step down or shoot it back. Up dog. And down dog. Inhale, gaze between those hands. Step, walk, or jump back to your chair. Fingertips graze, Utkatasana. Inhale and exhale, fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. All right, so now let's go ahead and plant those hands again. Coming up onto those toes, get into your perch. Bring those knees into the elbows. All right, lean forward. So you want to really create a shelf with those elbows. Lean forward. And then maybe pick up a knee or a toe or two. And come back into Malasana. Perfect. Twisted Malasana to the left with the left hand out, looking over the right shoulder. Twisted Malasana, right arm out, gaze over the left shoulder. And come back through. Wonderful job. All right. How did you do? Whether you made it into your crow pose or frog pose, if you took flight, remember it doesn't matter. This is a journey. We're preparing the body. We're building the strength. And if you would like a full-on tutorial on how to do crow pose or frog pose thoroughly, definitely let me know in the comments. I would be more than happy to make that for you. All right, let's go ahead and start making our way down. Hands come forward, straighten the legs, grab those elbows. And release it, take your halfway lift. And exhale, heels in, toes out, come into Malasana. Now we're gonna sit down, moving right into boat. You can place one hand in front, one hand in the back, sit yourself down, or control it through the pelvic floor, right into your boat pose, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach the arms up, send the legs out to the right, hands to the left. You can keep the knees bent if that's better. Inhale and exhale, switch. 2, switch. 3, switch. 4, switch. 5, switch. 6, back into center. Bend your knees, cross those ankles, send it forward, roll it out. Perfect. All right, and then exhale, go ahead and come right on up. Squeeze it in, squeeze it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Toes together, knees wide, hands to the center, bringing knee to shoulder. Pulse for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold it, bring those knees together. Taking low boat so you can keep those knees bent or straighten those legs. And then come back up into high boat. Low boat, high boat, low boat, high boat, low boat, hold it, and exhale, let it all go. Whew, perfect. Awesome job. All right, go ahead and bend both of those knees, drawing those knees into the chest. We're almost through. We're gonna do just a little bit more core work. Just a little bit before our stretch. Draw that right knee into the chest, take that left leg nice and long. Working on that core compression that we need for those arm balances to be able to get those knees deep into that armpit like we explored today. So lifting up, maybe chin touches the knee or nose. And feel the compression. If it doesn't go, then it doesn't go. Don't worry about it. We're just building the compression strength to keep everything compacted. So the more compacted we are, the easier those arm balances and even inversions and binds become. All right, stay up. Keep those shoulders up off the floor as we switch those sides. Shoulders are up, neck is up. Maybe the nose or chin touches the knee. And exhale, we switch. We're going to hold it 5 more on this side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch it. 5 on this side. Last one. 1, 2. Really squeeze that belly button to spine. And exhale. Bring both knees into the chest. Relax the upper back, head, shoulder down. Draw some circles with those knees. Perfect job. Switch directions. And exhale, draw the right knee into the chest, let the left leg go long, just a nice little stretch here. Maybe even stretch out the neck, gazing over that left shoulder. The more you bring that knee into the chest, the deeper the stretch feels. And now maybe switch your gaze over to the right shoulder. Feel the neck start to open up just a little. Inhale, and on your exhale, switch those sides. Deep squeeze of that left knee. Again, stretch out the neck if that feels good. And gaze over the other side. And back into center. Go ahead and give yourself a big hug here. And exhale, drop it down. Crossing right leg over left. Goal poster T. We want to stretch out those shoulders a little bit. Lift the hips, shift them to the right, knees drop to the left. Gazing over that right shoulder. Feel the chest opening here. And then squeeze it back to center. Pick it up. We're going to switch those sides. Left leg over right. Pick up the hips, shift them to the left. Knees drop to that right side. Gaze over that left shoulder. And exhale, squeeze it back into center. Pick up those hips. Draw both knees in towards the chest. Let's take a quick happy baby, grabbing arches. Push those knees down beside you. And then now bring those heels in, maybe grabbing a hold of the big toe with those peace fingers, or you can even grab the arches of the feet. You could really kind of take it however you want. Let's go ahead and keep those heels pointing in towards each other as we start to open up the leg, or bring the feet away from each other. So here, again, you're rotating the heels in. This is going to bypass the head of the hamstring and allow it to be a little bit more accessible of a stretch. And then on your exhale, release your toes and then assist the feet together. All right, let's take a quick plow pose. So you can either keep the toes pointing towards the ceiling, or we're gonna pick up the lower back and rest the hand there, or use a block, or hands down towards your side. Get your bun or ponytail out of the way. We don't want that. All right, picking up the hips. Toes may touch the floor behind you. And bring your hands to your lower back. Make sure you're creating space between that chin and chest. Think like you're holding a grapefruit. Let the feet come behind you when they're ready. You can also interlace those fingers to get a nice little chest opener here too, if you'd like. And 5. On your exhale, bring your hands to your lower back. And place your hands down. See if you can control it down with your core. Slowly. Give yourself a big hug. Shake your head side to side. Perfect. And let's go ahead and drop those feet down. Let's just windshield wiper those knees. So walk those feet out wider than your hips, and then just let that right knee cave in, left knee cave out, stretching along the front of the thigh. And on your exhale, just switch it. Letting all your energy start to come down. Preparing the body and mind for our Shavasana. Go ahead and come back into that center. All right, tucking tail deeply under, taking arms above the head. Let's do that good morning stretch, point the toe. And reach, decompressing the spine. And exhale, go ahead and open up those arms. You can start to bend those knees, walking those heels in if you'd like, and then tucking the tail. So if you find you have a lot of tension in that lower back when you're in your Shavasana, just tuck that tail under, flatten the spine. Keep it tucked as we straighten the right. Keep it tucked as we straighten the left, and then slowly melt. Let the palms face up. Fingertips curl in as the arms rest. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth and relax the jaw. Unfurl the brow. Softening the forehead and all the muscles in the face. Allow yourself to be here right now. Nowhere to be, nothing to be other than just as you are. Fully, unapologetically, authentically you. Take this time just for you. Enjoy your Shavasana. Now, if you'd like a longer Shavasana, you're more than welcome to press pause. Otherwise, begin to follow me, wiggling those fingers and toes. Bringing some bigger movement into the body as we roll the wrists and ankles. Bending the knees and elbows. Take your time. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and roll over onto your favorite side, resting your head on your arm like a pillow. And then whenever you're ready, extending that top leg, using the top arm to press yourself to a nice comfortable seated position. Keeping those eyes closed, trying not to disturb that peace that you've already created. Bringing the hands to the knees. let the palms rest up for that mudra of receiving. Or whatever mudra that you would prefer to end your practice with, that's totally up to you. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, spine is long, chin is tucked. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Let's do one more deep breath in. And regulating that nervous system. Taking a moment to really let that energy settle. And maybe carrying a little bit of this peace with you into the rest of your day. And then whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and bring those hands together into our heart center, setting the intentions for the rest of our day. So what are we choosing to take with us today from our practice? Did anything arise during your practice that you would like to cultivate in your life? Maybe it's you found that there was fear for you to overcome in your practice today. So then maybe your intention is to overcome that fear or fears in your life through small thoughts and actions. And once you've set your intention for the day, go ahead and send the energy down, grounding into the earth. Send all the way up to the universe for manifestation and creation. Palms touch hands, heart center, sealing this space with our mantra. You're welcome to repeat this with me out loud to yourself or not at all. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. May I be filled with love. May all beings throughout time and space be happy, be healthy, be peaceful, be filled with love. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. All right. Awesome, awesome job. As always, thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed today's class. And then also let me know in the comments if you did want a little tutorial or if there was any questions, if anything came up and you were just not quite sure. I would love to take a look and help you in your practice in any way that I possibly can. Also, if you've been following along with this challenge and you've been enjoying it so far, but you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please make sure that you do, so that way you never miss a new class or meditation, and it also really helps out the channel. But again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's practice, and I look forward to seeing you back here, same mat, new challenge. Namaste.